We're jumping rapidly throughout Umberto Lenzi's filmography. We're in a vague alphabetical order, somewhat. We're at 1979's From Corleone to Brooklyn, one of the final Poliziotteschi pictures which Lenzi directed in the 1970s. It seems to lack some of the budgetary excess or prowess of some of the earlier productions which Lenzi worked on throughout the decade in this particular genre, his other Poliziottesco. Although what it supplements this with is a really tight and focused storyline of an Italian police officer attempting to take a witness from Rome to a court in New York in order to identify in Rome an Italian mafia kingpin who's trying to be on the down low in New York City. It winds up quite thrilling and exciting and very involving. You're very concerned and slightly on the edge of your seat at times, hoping that the witness Scalia doesn't get killed by one of the many henchmen, hitmen of this particular mafioso. What's his name? Michel Barassi. It's a far more entertaining film than one might expect. I found myself genuinely enjoying the film as though it were some Clint Eastwood film like The Gauntlet, but better than The Gauntlet. Not as silly as The Gauntlet, frankly, and its garage production values kind of help the kind of rough and tumble and gritty feel of it. It feels more authentic in a way when you're watching it to the senses as an experience than something like Clint Eastwood's 1977 film The Gauntlet. Scalia isn't as pretty a witness as Sandra Locke, but we're just going to have to deal with that, aren't we? I've often said that the appeal of the Lenzi films is their garage appeal, and here it actually works to the film's advantage rather than just as a kind of a curiosity, novelty for those who enjoy, weirdos like myself, seeing how garage and more independent filmmakers put films together which would traditionally require a larger budget to do so. Here we get a very focused and just tight storyline about a police officer attempting to protect his witness from the many henchmen, hitmen, and prospective murderers of New York City in the late 1970s. And it's pretty good stuff for what it's worth, in my opinion. I was very pleasantly surprised by this one. I may have skimmed through this one years ago when I was looking for Umberto Lenzi's filmography, but I never really gave it much time or thought much of it. I was not going into this with high expectations. Was quite pleasantly surprised. There we are. And it has one of the most exciting and provocative, interesting endings in the history of Poliziotteschi. It's very, very sardonic and amusing. Anyway, have a great day, my friends.